What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I hope all is well with you. Guys, this is going to be a quick one just because I didn't want to let this get past. I saw this on X a couple of days ago, and I just got to address this, guys. It regards the former First Lady, Michelle Obama. Yes, Michelle Obama, Barack's wife. I swear to God, guys, the more these people speak, the less I like them. You know, the more I look back on it and think to myself, man, we got flim flam by these people. I cannot listen. Let's just get into what this chick had to say because I don't get it. I don't understand. I really do think that between Barack talking about how every young man, how all of our sons need to have a gay friend, and what Michelle is about to say here, I just believe that they're clowning black people big time, and I think that we need to see what's going on here, guys. So let me just show you what Michelle had to say. All right, let's check this out here. And here, obviously, she's talking to Tracy Ellis Ross. Okay, who is well, I'll get into that in a minute. Let's just check this out.
Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people.
Okay, just to start, let me explain something to white people. I've been talking about this for a long time. How come black people don't have meaningful dialogue with black people? I'm talking about like high profile. Why are they always trying to tell white people something? Whether it's Black Lives Matter, you know, whether it's anything, they're always like trying to tell white people something. You know, remember back in the day we used to have BET. They used to have something called what was it? Our Voices used to be on BET back when BET was actually black entertainment, not some damn minstrel show like it is now. But they used to have a show called Our Voices. Remember, we used to have a show called Teen Summit where we talked to each other about each other's concerns. You know, you don't see that anymore. Everything is about, let me tell you something, white people. Let's move on.
Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness.
When we're straightening it to, what is it? What did she say? To go with your beauty standards? Once again, you have Tracy Ellis Ross, by the way, who is biracial. You know what I mean? So, you know, I would say that her hair probably grows out curly. She's talking about the hair growing curly. Actually, black hair in its natural state grows out. Um, what would be a good word? Um, Woolly? I don't know, but you know, curly is kind of being liberal with that word. You know what I mean? Because I've seen black women have to put curls or curlers in their hair to make it curly. Once it's straight, or you know, in the process of straightening it. Listen, normally I don't even talk about black woman hair concerns. I leave that to creators like Tommy Sotomayor. Shout out to him. You know, people might not like what he's saying, but there's a lot of truth to the things that he says. Okay, you might not like the way he says it, but there is an unnatural, unhealthy obsession with not with a lot of our women and a lot of our little girls not being proud of the way that God created them. You know, I'm talking about in their natural state. So you can do whatever you want to with your hair. I'm not here. I'm a man, and I'm bald at that. You know what I mean? I'm not here to dictate what a woman should do to feel attractive. I'm not. I'm just saying that there is a problem when you feel like you have to do something. You know, you have to conform. You can't be proud of your natural state and feel like you can succeed. And that's what she's talking about here, you know? I don't think that it's healthy to be that way, but here she is.
Pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water.
So many of us can't swim and we run away from the water, reinforcing negative black stereotypes. I know plenty of black people who can swim. I took swimming lessons. My son, I made sure he took swimming lessons. He's an excellent swimmer. And she's talking about running away from the water. Are you talking about bath water as well? Are you talking about the shower, running away from the water, Michelle? I think you could word that a little bit differently. But no, she's on a roll. You know, as long as people are laughing at her, and I mean with her, she's doing great. You know, I think this new Michelle Obama, who has her podcast now, which doesn't really do great numbers, you know, I think she's really feeling herself as a celebrity instead of a former first lady who's supposed to be exuding some sort of class, who you know that future generations of young black girls are going to be looking to as an inspiration just because of your place in history as a former first lady, or the first black first lady of the United States of America ever in history. She can't do any better than this. Let's move on.
By the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all.
We're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. For y'all. We're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. Wow. Wow. That's, I don't know. You know, black women, you know, who are watching this, like, how do you feel about this? Like, I've been told that women straighten their hair to make it easier. Like, their natural hair is texture is a little bit too hard to maintain. You know, I heard they do it for their own self-esteem. The last person that they do it for would be the men in their lives, you know, especially black men. Because let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the most natural black women that I see out here in the streets every day, this is just my observation, you know, and they're proud to be their beautiful selves. The best I've ever seen usually is when they're in a interracial relationship. You know what I mean? And whether it's a white man or any other type of man, that man will accept them as they are, feeling good about themselves, able to wash their hair regularly, you know, able to do all of this stuff and feel good, you know? But I would say the last person that they do it for would be the so-called black man. I mean, that's just me, you know, but she's saying right here, we do it for y'all. We do it for y'all, for white people. That's who we do it for. It is what I was talking about before. Black people are so concerned with they, them over there. They never think about us here. You know, they don't. You know, this is what we do for y'all.
Go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so...
And look at what Tracee Ellis Ross is doing. She's mocking the long hair thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm sorry. Like, I got to call it like I see it. You know, that's just hatred. You know, this is what's behind the whole pushback on Sydney Sweeney having good genes. You know what I mean? Because they look at the white girl. She's hot. You know, she's confident in what she is. And she's acknowledging the fact that she has good genes. She's proud of her genes. If more black women were proud of their genes, then they would be rocking their natural hairstyle. I mean, that's just my opinion, guys. I'm sorry. I can't apologize for that. You know, I want to see more black women be so proud of themselves because I see them, when I see a black woman, I see some of the most beautiful women ever in the world. I'm not going to say I don't see some hot-ass, fine white women either. You know, I'm just a lover of women, man. I don't care. It could be black women. It could be white women, Indian women, Latino women, Asian. You know, a fine-ass woman is a fine-ass woman. And those of you out there who are proud of your genealogy, who are proud of your genes, who are confident in things like that, mwah, even more fine. You know, but this mocking thing, it's ugly, man. It's just ugly, and it betrays a lot in terms of attitude. And like I said, Tracee Ellis Ross, she's biracial anyway, so I don't even know why she's being condescending like this.
Oh. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time. Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So
braids are for y'all. Once again, you're not doing anything for yourself. You're not doing anything for your children in terms of perpetuating, black beauty standards. No. This is what we're doing for y'all. You know, this is why the self-esteem is what it is in the fucking toilet. In the black community. My son is in the other room cussing and going crazy. Boy, if you watch this video, understand this is the reason why I'm gonna get you after I'm done recording and everything. I told you, respect your home. But he's playing a video game with his football buddies and everything, and they get all rowdy and stuff like that. But I'm about to kick down that door. Anyway, like I said before, y'all, once again, just preoccupied with y'all. This is what we do for y'all. Braids are for y'all. You know, never mind what you show your kids.
We can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act, an act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair?
I guess she's talking about the Crown Act. You know, I don't know. You know, there's something out there where they're talking about that. Women soldiers, you know, not being allowed to wear their hair, their braids, whatever the case may be. So what she's trying to do is push back on that by saying that we do what we do as black women. They, you know, what they do as black women. They do it to make themselves more efficient so that they can be better workers. For y'all, she's saying. There shouldn't be any law. And I agree with that aspect of it. There shouldn't be a law telling a woman what to do with anything. You know, whether it's her hair, you know, it might not be practical if you're cooking or something like that, but you can say that about, you know, white women's hair as well. Put that joint up, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I guess this is the point that she's trying to make. All right, but anyway, going on.
Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't.
This is going over very well. I don't know where she's speaking, but I'm assuming that it's predominantly black women in the audience and probably white liberal women. But anyway, so that's a hell of a picture. But this is Michelle Obama, and there it is, guys. Let me just finish this up here. I'll start it from here.
An act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair. Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't.
I'm sure she says that to Obama too. Don't touch it. Just don't. And I'm sure he doesn't.
It just.
Okay, actually, that's it. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this is a quick one. Guys, I'm just, like I said, the never-ending embarrassment of these people here. You know, I'm talking about Michelle and Barack and everything. Just so condescending. Guys, listen, just do your jobs. You know what I mean? Do your jobs. Present yourself, you know, in a way that is professional, that is clean, you know, that is efficient and everything. And, you know, ultimately you should be fine. I mean, there are going to be people out there, of course, who are going to discriminate against different hairstyles. But I would say that that's probably anybody. It could be anything. You know, some people don't like, you know, mohawks. You know, some people don't like dreadlocks. I mean, there's all types of things, you know, that people will discriminate against other people with. But the whole Michelle Obama thing, guys, and wanting to tell white people this and white people that, it's not having the effect that she thinks it's having. It's not the own that she thinks it is. And guys, I'm just tired of these people thinking they can speak for us. Once again, celebrities, public personalities, things like that, they're not our friends, guys, ultimately, because all this is doing is having people roll their eyes and be like, whatever, chick. But you guys get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about Michelle Obama. Remember, she's not talking to you. She's not talking to me. She's addressing white people, okay? So you can jump in here and try to defend her all you want. She's not talking to you, okay? She's not talking to me, but I am commenting on it. And I just wish we speak to each other more the way I'm speaking to you. I am the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Thank you for putting up with me. That's it. Rock on.